Hi guys, welcome back to our 14th bake along, and today what we are going to be making is a pesto braided bread. Okay, it's going to be cheesy, it's going to be garlicky, it's going to be absolutely delicious. Here I have my pre-prepared bread dough. Okay, and you can see how beautifully this is risen. I'm going to turn this over and degas and then make it two halves. This is going to give, this amount is going to give us two breads. I will set this aside and cover this so that it doesn't dry out. And what I'm going to do with this is degas, form it into a rectangle and then roll it out. Now if you start with the basic shape, it will become a neat rectangle. So I'm going to use some of my flour. So that it doesn't stick to my work surface, and I'm going to roll this out. So the aim here is to make it about 16 inches in length and 8 inches in width. The reason because this tin of mine is about 8 inches wide.
Keep boarding people.
Here the edges are still pretty thick and the dough is coming back, it's springing back. So I'm going to continue stretching till I get a thin and even dough all through. Once I have this spread out, maybe a little more. Yes, now that I have it spread out, I'm going to start putting my bread pesto. This is a nice and spicy pesto. I've also added some chili powder to it because it wasn't spicy enough for me. Now in the recipe that I have given on the event, I have the cheese incorporated into the dough. But today we didn't put the cheese in the dough. Instead I'm going to be adding some Parmesan on top of the filling. I try and come as close to the edge so that everything is nice and spicy. If Sally is watching, I've actually incorporated that lovely yuzu spread that you bought me from Japan into this, and that's giving this a lovely tangy kick. Okay, now I'm going to start to sprinkle some of the Parmesan. Okay, so this is really quick. The only time consuming thing is the making of the bread dough. Okay, that, but now you guys are all experts in that, and I'm sure you're rolling out bread on a daily, if not bi-weekly basis. Yeah, so now I start to roll this. So I'm going to begin with the side closest to me, and I'm going to pinch this down so that it stays put. Okay, and then I start to create a spiral, a roll. I'm going to pinch the ends so that they don't open out. In the meantime, I've already got my well, I haven't got my oven preheated because this has to rise, but I'm going to be preheating the oven after a point. So now I have this here, and I'm going to take this large knife and I'm going to cut through. Okay, I'm going to leave a tiny bit on one end, and I'm going to cut through the dough, all the layers, so that the layers are exposed. What do I mean by that? You will see in a minute. Okay, this is trying to come apart, but don't worry about it. And we just need to make sure that this cut is all the way down to the bottom. Yeah. So now that I have this, I'm going to start braiding. So I'm going to start turning this. I want all the exposed layers I want on the top. I don't want this flipped over. So this is what I have. And I'm going to pinch these ends together just like these are. And I'm going to tuck this under. And I'm going to tuck this under. And I'm going to pick this up and put it into my prepared tin. So here's my tin, and all I've done is to line it with some paper. The paper is long enough that I have it coming out on both sides, and that's because when the bread is done, the tin is a little too hot to handle. All I can do, the simplest thing for me to do is to grab these two and pull the bread out. Okay. I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to pop this inside. Once this is done, I'm going to leave this to rest, and it will start to proof a second time. So I'm going to be leaving this aside for about 40-45 minutes, and once it's risen to almost the top of the tin, I will begin preheating my oven about 15 minutes before that, and I will pop this into a hot oven and continue baking for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then the bread, when it comes out, needs to necessarily cool for a little while, after which it will be ready to cut through and eat. Now the second one, I don't have any filling right now, but I'm going to quickly demonstrate what else you can do. Let me wipe my hands over this towel. And I have this here. Much like our pin wheels, what I can do with the rolling pin roll, I can roll this out very much like the cinnamon rolls. The thinner it is, the more rolls you'll be able to see distinctly. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to top this with my filling and roll it up. So you have okay, bring me some Nutella, we can do that, but only you will be eating that.
Yes.
Okay, Rodlin is suggesting that we put Nutella in here, so we'll do that. So this is spread out. also do this with cinnamon sugar. You can do this with the spicy garlic butter. Some store-bought Nutella. Can you wipe this with a tissue so that we don't make it spicy?
Which one?
The spatula. Keep it on there and wipe it with a tissue. This is going to be Rodlin's favorite bread. And just doing the same thing, spreading it out. That looks really good. Yeah, I don't want to really waste any of that. Now I start rolling again. Okay, press down the first, the very end, and then start to roll. Okay, again pinch down so that this doesn't open out. Now I'm going to cut. Okay, I need that tissue again. Let me use this towel. You really have to launder this towel now. Okay, so you've got this. Now I'm going to cut all the way through. So I'll use this. So you can see this. I'm going to flip it around to face me because then it will be easier for me. The beginning tends to be a little heavy and so it flips over, but you continue. And you continue with this side on top. Roll. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these ends together and I'm going to put this into a tin, so it's going to look like a wreath. Okay. Again, we leave this to rest for about 40-45 minutes. Let me get all this Nutella in there. That's going to rest for about 40-45 minutes. It's going to rise and once it's risen and almost crowning the top of this loaf tin, probably not as high in this, then I will preheat my oven and pop it in and bake, and then take it out once it's done. Okay, you have to set your oven at about 190 to 200 degrees for bread. Okay, how do you know the doneness? You will have to tap the bread, and if it sounds hollow, it's ready to be taken out. If you take it out and you find that it's still a little undone, you can always pop it back inside and continue to bake. Better still, if you take it out of its tin and pop it on a pizza stone or pop it directly on a baking tray, it will actually get done much faster. Okay, so I will share pictures of these wonderful breads later once they are baked and ready. I'll take a few hours, and I hope you guys are going to try these out as well. Thank you, and see you next week. Bye.